Welcome to Ask the Experts radio show on Talk Radio 1190. I'm Anthony Cernelia. I'm sitting here with Tony Hall of Paradigm Roofing. Did you know that North Texas is home to over 4,000 different roofing contractors? Shockingly, most of them are not licensed. As a matter of fact, according to the Roofing Contractors Association of Texas, there are less than 300 contractors in the entire state that are officially licensed with the organization. Today, we are honored to be joined by one of those licensed contractors, Tony Hall, founder of Paradigm Roofing. Paradigm Roofing is a member of the National Association of Home Builders, the U.S. Green Building Council, and a three-time winner of the NTRCA Golden Hammer Award. Welcome, Mr. Tony. How are you doing today?
Doing great, thank you.
Well, just to go ahead and get your website out there, it's paradigmroofs.com. That's PARADIGM roofs.com. Your phone number is 972-542-7774. What's the difference from you and other roofing contractors?
That's John. When I opened up the door originally, I saw the competition out there, 4,000 contractors, and that question popped in my head immediately. Okay, what am I going to do to differentiate myself from 4,000 other contractors if I was going to be successful? So I thought about that from the beginning, and so things I wanted to kind of put out there is that Paradigm Roofing, I wanted to make sure that the customers were aware of some of the things that can happen during the installation of a roof. So when you install a new roof, you know, I always look at it, it's kind of like open heart surgery. You have an opportunity to do things to your home at this time that you're not going to be able to do, or be cost prohibitive to do it further on down the road. So at this time, you can make your home a lot more energy efficient. You can improve the air quality in your home. You can also increase the property value of your home. You can reduce the things of mold and things of that time in your home, as well as accomplish what you set out for and put a new cover on your home.
That's awesome. I guess, what are some common misconceptions people have about roofing?
I always think that people take it too lightly. Opening up your home, this is major construction, and I think people take it too lightly, and they hire virtually anybody. And this is part of the reason why the roofing industry, gets a bad rap, that we hear about things on the news. And I think people just take it too lightly. This is major construction when you install a new roof. You're opening up your home. And if it's installed improperly, you could pay dearly for it. If you hire a contractor that's not qualified, not insured, you could pay dearly. So I think that misconception right there, that people just hire just anybody to try to save a buck, get the roof on there, is a bad misconception, because you can do so much more during this time.
Awesome. Let's see. Other than the obvious, hail and wind, what are some other reasons a roof might need to be replaced, and what are some clues to look for?
Installation problems can be probably the number one reason right off the bat. Having a faulty installation may not rear its ugly head for about 3 to 5 years down the road. So, and by that time, the contractor you hired is way on down the road. Generally, granulation loss can cause you to have a new roof. You can look for signs of exposed tar. Once that tar is exposed, your roof will eventually start to leak. So also, as a homeowner, I think it's always wise to look around at your walls where the flashing's in place, chimneys and things of that nature. Make sure your chimney boards are sealed in caulk and things like that. Anywhere you have a flashing detail, those are high probability of leak areas. So those you can visually see, even sometimes often from the ground, to make sure that they're all in place, they're not deteriorated, they're not falling out, they're not popping out, things of that nature.
That's awesome. That's very informational. And once again, let's get your website out there. People that are getting in and out of their car. I'm here with Tony Hall from Paradigm Roofing. It's paradigmroofs.com, PARADIGMROOFS.com, 972-542-7774. All right, Mr. Tony, let's see. What's something you see that is the most often overlooked when constructing a roof system?
One of the things I see the most is that 90% of the homes are not properly ventilated. And this here, there was a time back in the late 90s where the insurance industry left the state of Texas for about 6 months. They were getting bombarded by mold claims. Okay, what was causing this is that during the 90s, technologically, the roofing industry and the construction industry has advanced just as much as everything else. Unfortunately, it's roofing, so you don't hear about it. Tie-back and things like that. We were wrapping our houses tighter and things like that. Better windows, better doors. And one of the things that was getting often overlooked by the inspectors, they're worried about structural, electrical, mechanical, but they forgot about the ventilation of a home. This here was causing mold issues to pop up right and left. And so the insurance industry at the end of the 90s virtually left the state of Texas. You could not get a homeowner's insurance policy for about 6 months from a major carrier during that time. When they came back, what do you think happened on those policies? They had mold exclusions now. All right. So it's very important, especially in Texas with our temperatures, our heat, and things like that. We're always at extreme levels from outside to inside around here. And so properly ventilating your home can reduce the risk of mold. It can improve the air quality of your home. How important is that for you? It can lower your energy consumption. You can reduce your electric bills at this time. So ventilation is probably the most overlooked and misunderstood, even by most of the contractors out there. They're not educated or knowledgeable enough to properly ventilate a home. And during the time of a new roof installation, that's where a roofing contractor can be your best friend.
I had mentioned in the opening you're a member of the U.S. Green Building Council, and you just mentioned proper ventilation. Is there anything else that can result in a greener or more efficient roof system?
Absolutely. During this time, there's certain things that you can do as well beyond ventilation. Some of the materials that are now available out there that's come to the forefront over the last 10 to 15 years is that they have solar reflective type shingles. And that's basically where they embed copper granule inside the shingle. You can, and so they become reflective. These, you can also get a federal tax credit by installing these as well. So, but obviously talk to your CPA when you look into this. They have impact resistant type roofs. So insurance companies will give you a benefit by lowering your homeowner's annual insurance premium. I've seen as high as 35% if you put one of these on. So these type of roofs here can actually put money into your pocket. Instead of being a depreciating asset from day one, it's now adding money to your pocket. These will also increase the property value of your home. There's underlayments that are a lot more energy efficient that can reduce, instead of putting the black tar paper on, they have synthetic underlayments that are Energy Star products that do not deteriorate underneath your roof. That will lower your energy consumption. You can put on radiant barrier and things of that nature that will lower your energy consumption. So once again, as I said earlier, installing a roof is a lot more than just slapping shingles on your home.
Yeah, and I can tell you from experience of, seeing people out there on roofs, it doesn't look like the first thing to do. And, you don't want to just have anybody doing a roof because, like you said, it's your home. It's an investment. It's something that, at some point you want to get your money back out of. So, real quick, Tony, just a question, when you're bidding a roof, obviously people out there have budgets, you do a great job, but do you offer, different, stages of roofs?
Yeah, absolutely. Every time you get a proposal from Paradigm Roofing, when it's that time, we always offer a good, better, and best. And we'll explain the differences for you and what benefits they'll have for you. And obviously you make a decision, to us, when we tell you the benefits of it, sometimes it's just, economics. If it makes sense for you and it puts money back in your pocket, I don't have to sell you on this. I'll educate you on this, and you'll make the decision on your own.
That's awesome. Definitely. You obviously are a professional in doing what you do. And once again, guys, if you'd like to check out Paradigm Roofing, you can go to paradigmroofs.com. That's PARADIGM roofs with an S.com, or you can call them at 972-542-7774. This is Talk Radio 1190, Ask the Experts radio show, and I'm with Tony Hall from Paradigm Roofing. We'll be right back with Tony right after these messages. When it comes to roofing, there's only one company to trust for your home or business, Paradigm Roofing. When you need to replace your roof or you just need a repair, it's best to call the licensed professionals at Paradigm Roofing. Certified with all the top manufacturers, Paradigm provides the highest quality roof systems in the Metroplex. You can trust that they will get the job done right. Residential or commercial, Paradigm is the name you can trust. Award-winning, Paradigm Roofing is a member of the U.S. Green Building Council and proudly holds an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Call Paradigm Roofing today at 972-542-7774 or visit them on the web at paradigmroofs.com for a free consultation. Built with quality, integrity, and service, Paradigm Roofing, 972-542-7774. That's 972-542-7774. Or visit them on the web at paradigmroofs.com. That's paradigmroofs.com. Welcome back to Ask the Experts radio show on Talk Radio 1190. I am Anthony, sitting here with Mr. Tony Hall, founder of Paradigm Roofing. If you would like to visit Paradigm Roofing, you can go to paradigmroofs.com. That's Paradigm roofs with an S.com, or call them at 972-542-7774. All right, Mr. Tony, give us a preview of what could be coming up and what you want to talk about and what you want to, our listeners to know about Paradigm Roofing.
We're going to be going over all the various types of roof systems that are available. We'll focus one episode show on composition roofing, the types of materials and roofs that are available, metal roof systems, and once again, all the various types of materials and roof systems that are available. Flat roofing systems for those of y'all for the commercial building owners as well as homeowners who have flat roofs. We will also go over specialty products, slate, tile, the new products that are now available in the market, synthetics, and that copy those. And then we're going to spend probably a segment going over all the various types of manufacturers and what they have now brought to the industry.
Okay. All right. With Paradigm operates in both residential and commercial roofing segments, and you have completed over 1,000 different projects. That's a lot, if you ask me, for roofing. I mean, you get the guys out there that obviously aren't certified and aren't part of, the Roofing Contractors Association of Texas. And which type of roof is the best, or is there such thing as a best roof?
I'm not going to say there's a best roof because every type of roof and every type of structure has a different application. Now, once you make a determination of what application or what system you're going to install on that roof, at that particular time, there are good, better, and best. And generally that involves things of weight sometimes, thicker material. And so from that perspective, that's where you start getting into something better. As far as one product over all products, there really isn't any such thing.
I've heard several terms such as flat roofs, pitch roof, low slope. Can you explain what all this means and why it's important?
It's important. These are the different types of pitches on a roof, and that's the degree angle of your roof is basically all that means. Obviously, flat is flat, low slope.
612,
flat is flat. And generally, a flat roof will have a pitch of somewhere around 0.25 over 12. Okay? Mm-hmm. And so they're very low slopes. On a flat roof systems, the tapered insulation that we put into that will generally direct the slope, the water, the direction we want it to go. And these are all done by computer programs and things of that nature. Low slope roofs, there are certain things that you have to be aware of during the installation process. You may have to use multiple underlayments just to make sure, because most of these roof systems are not meant to hold water. They are water shedding material. And that's very important. So if water ever sits on a roof, it will backfill underneath the shingles and find its way through the nails, which are all actually holding your roof together.
That's bad.
Yeah. And then obviously pitched roof is what most residential homeowners have. And nowadays in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you can find some massive pitches,
Yeah, I remember when I was doing construction, if my boss told me anything over a 612, I was not getting on that roof. And I've seen them pitched all the way to almost 11, 12. And from my experience, obviously they're using harnesses. OSHA probably makes them use harnesses and conform with OSHA standards.
Oh, absolutely. And we even have people in the office that are, OSHA 30 certified, and we do a lot of commercial projects. And so there's no ifs, ands, or buts, especially on the commercial projects. You have to be OSHA certified, and and adhere to the rules or the regulations. Their fines are heavy.
Oh, yeah.
And so, but there are other ways, even on top of harnesses, that the men roof these homes. They have tools called tow boards and things like that they're actually walking on. And so,
I know exactly what a tow board is.
Okay, and so if they use these, it makes their job easier. And sometimes, these gentlemen, they start roofing at a young age. And so when you start at a young age, it's you get accustomed to it. And then, like you said earlier, eventually the body does give out in this trade.
Yeah, and I can tell you, it wasn't something that I wanted to do. I had to do it and to put myself through school, and I did it. But I can tell you, I'm not the fan of heights. But let's see. What are some of the most common mistakes you see in this industry?
Some of the most common mistakes. I'm going to go back to where I think a lot of customers hire the wrong contractors. When I personally go on a roof, a customer calls me, and if I go out there and I run that lead, some of the first things I do is I take my ladder and go to the edge of the roof. And before I even go up on there, I start lifting up the shingles to find out how many layers, if there is any layers. But right then and there, I see bad installation. The felt's supposed to be on top of the drip edge, okay? Well, right then and there, I will say over 50% of the time, the felt is in the wrong direction. Well, things like that will start voiding your manufacturer warranty.
Wow.
And what I see most of the time is that, and it's a high number, and people don't realize until it's way too late, years later, when the roof starts failing, and that 70% of the roofs, no sooner than they take the last step off the ladder, parts of the manufacturer warranty are now voided because of faulty installation.
And there's a lot of people out there, obviously, part of the contract, or I guess you could say reputable and also certified contractors. But let's also get your phone number out there because people getting in and out of their car. 972-542-7774. I'm speaking with Mr. Tony Hall, founder of Paradigm Roofs. That's PARADIGM roofs with an S.com. And I can tell you, from my experience, and like you said, with layers, and, what is too many layers, if you will?
Well, the only type of roof you're generally going to put multiple layers on will be what we call a 3-tab. It's 180 pounds per square roof. It's basically a flat asphalt shingle. On those type of roofs, you can install multiple layers. And in some instances, it's best to put additional layer on there. It's just how they're installed. If they're installed properly, it's just not a matter of laying shingles on top of shingles. There's still some prep work that has to be done on those. You have to remove the ridge. You have to cut it back all the way around so it doesn't look like you have multiple layers on it. You do not put an underlayment between the two layers. And what happens is that since they're both tar-based, eventually this becomes one heavy shingle. Now, the truth of the matter is it's going to give you more thermal protection on your building or on your home, and it's going to become a better roof than if you were to put the same type of roof and tear it off on, in my opinion. So even on my own personal home, if I had a 3-tab shingle, I wouldn't have any problems at all putting another layer on top of that.
That's awesome. Unfortunately, we've heard negative stories about people paying money for work to be done, only to never see that contractor or their money ever again. How can our listeners protect themselves?
Well, at Paradigm Roofing, I was fully aware of that, and that was well thought out in the beginning as well. I mean, if you're hiring an established company that is credible, and we have the accolades and things like that, but we just didn't do it for the heck of it. Is that I wanted to show the public that we take this serious. This is important to us. I'm not here for the day or for the week or for the year. We're here year after year. And some of the things a credible company will have commercial accounts, all right? So at Paradigm Roofing, we never require any money up front. I want to remove that risk, and in my opinion, a customer should not pay any money up front.
That's awesome.
Now, upon completion is when the money will be due.
You always hear, like, after tornadoes, people going door to door asking for money. It really kills me to see people out there that really do that they can go home and sleep and knowing that they just took somebody's thousands of dollars. We're not talking about hundreds. We're talking about thousands of dollars. That's amazing that you don't charge anything up front. That should be a statement to how reputable your company is.
Yeah, it'll be at the end. And, I mean, there's no hidden secrets or anything. I mean, we're an open book, and they know exactly what they're getting. And so
give them a bid. And once the project's done, that's when it's paid.
Right.
That's amazing. When hiring a roof contractor, what are some questions our listeners need to ask, you think?
That's a very important question. There's multiple risks out there. One of them we just discussed, all right? Insurance. Most of the contractors, probably 50% of the contractors have general liability.
Yeah.
And the general liability insurance basically covers your property if there was any damage caused by the process of installing the new roof. The other insurance that a contractor has is workers' comp and on the roofers. If you hire a contractor that does not have these insurances, you inherit that risk. Guess who's going to be getting sued? And so thinking about saving a few $100s, in my opinion, really isn't worth it. All right, hire a reputable contractor. So what? It's a few $100s more. You're talking about a major investment in your home, minimizing the risk. Why would you take on risk that's unnecessary? So have the contractors show you copies of the insurance. We have them. You don't even have to ask us. It's inside of our folders when we give you your proposal. Both copies of those insurance policies will be there.
That's huge. I mean, not to interrupt you, but so if you don't have, I guess, workman's comp insurance and one of the roofers falls off on one of these not reputable companies, let me guess, your homeowner's insurance probably has to cover that?
If there's even enough there, and you could end up getting, let's just say that
sued.
Yeah, Johnny had a wife and 2 kids, and now either he's impaired permanently or he possibly even passed away. The contractor didn't have insurance, but you hired him. I don't need to discuss pretty much any more than that, do I?
And let me just ask you, seriously, I would say out of 10 people that get a roof system, how many of them even think about if somebody falls off that roof to even ask that question, do you have workman's comp? How many people do you think out of 10?
That ask?
Yeah, that wouldn't even ask, hey, do you have workman's comp insurance? I mean, because I can tell you, unless you know, you don't know, right? I mean...
Right, you don't realize the risk that you're inheriting until it's too late.
That's a huge risk.
It is.
That'll hit you in the pocketbook because somebody falls off a roof and, out of work for... That's coming back on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. To me, that's huge. I mean, obviously, getting a roof on your house is, huge. You want to make sure it's, done correctly and professionally. But in the meantime, if somebody hurts themselves, I mean, wow. I mean, because anything could happen.
That's right.
Wow. Finally, I want to ask about warranties. Are there different types of warranties? And how good is a warranty really?
There are. Yeah, you do have different. You got labor warranties, you got material warranty, manufacturer warranties. If the roof is properly installed without any additional cost, there is a manufacturer warranty on their material. There's generally a time period between 5 to 10 years that a manufacturer, if there was an issue with that roof, they will replace that roof 100% labor and materials as long as it was installed correctly.
Okay.
Do not give them a reason, like any insurance company, do not give them a reason to where they can say this was installed incorrectly because that will affect your warranty. When you hire certified contractors who are certified and backed by the manufacturers, you can get additional warranties. Nowadays, and Paradigm certified with various manufacturers out there, nowadays you basically buy the roof, but the manufacturer will own it for the next 50 years.
Wow.
That's huge.
That is huge. All right, Mr. Tony Hall. This is Talk Radio 1190 with Ask the Experts. Our next show with Mr. Tony is going to be October 6th. We're going to be talking about composition roofing. Is there anything else you'd like to tell our listeners about your company and about yourself?
No, I look forward to, the upcoming shows. Hopefully people get educated and learn. And if you do have any roofing needs or interested in just talking or learning, then feel free to call, Paradigm Roofing at any time. We pride ourselves in making sure our representatives are some of the most educated in the industry.
That's awesome, Tony. Once again, it's Paradigm Roofing. If you'd like to visit them on their website, it's paradigmroofs.com. That's PARADIGMROOFS.com. Or you can call them at 972-542-7774. That's 972-542-7774. Thank you very much, Mr. Tony, and I look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you.
This has been the Ask the Experts radio show on Talk Radio 1190 with Mr. Tony Hall of Paradigm Roofing. Have a great day. When it comes to roofing, there's only one company to trust for your home or business, Paradigm Roofing. When you need to replace your roof or you just need a repair, it's best to call the licensed professionals at Paradigm Roofing. Certified with all the top manufacturers, Paradigm provides the highest quality roof systems in the Metroplex. You can trust that they will get the job done right, residential or commercial. Paradigm is the name you can trust. Award-winning, Paradigm Roofing is a member of the U.S. Green Building Council and proudly holds an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Call Paradigm Roofing today at 972-542-7774 or visit them on the web at paradigmroofs.com for a free consultation. Built with quality, integrity, and service, Paradigm Roofing, 972-542-7774. That's 972-542-7774. Or visit them on the web at paradigmroofs.com. That's PARADIGMROOFS.com.